Hey guys, Admin Claire here with a little guide to how to create a game on Roll20. It's simple. On your page, select the button, create new game. And it'll bring you into the page here. If you have bought a module on the marketplace, you can simply scroll down, select it, name it, create game. Then you'd wait for it to import it to your table. But then once it's done, you'll have your maps, you'll have your dynamic lighting, you'll have your handouts, you'll have your NPCs, even the specific NPCs for this campaign, tokens, everything is already done and placed on the map. All you need to do is familiarize yourself with them and go. So nice. Or if you're doing a custom game where you would need to create your own maps and things like that, you would ignore this part, and just focus on this section here. I will name my game Game Time, and then I will choose a character sheet. We will be playing D&D 5e. It is done, and I'm ready. Create game. These kinds of games are done instantly because they don't need to make anything. Depending on the size of the module, depends on how long it would take to create it. Once I have created my blank table, I can throw in some add-ons if I wanted. Adventure add-ons from sourcebooks, critical fail decks, critical hit decks, perhaps even adventures from Tales from the Yawning Portal, map packs. So using this one, you simply select it, add to game, give it a moment. It was successfully added to my game. So now there shall be those maps. Some of the packs already have dynamic lighting set up on them as well, which is nice and very useful. And then, before I launch my game, I would like to go into my settings and make sure that all of those are correct. Settings for game time. Allow public access to my game? No. Game background image. This is simply what pops up at the side here on the main page of the game, and you're looking for group listing apparently. So you've got magic, where it's just swirly blue galaxy star things. Matrix, Matrix. Or this, field. I always go magic if I remember to do it. Allow players to import their own character. This would need to be enabled if you want people to be able to bring characters from elsewhere. Game default settings. These are settings that are, well, default. Should you create a new page or a new token, these will be as standard enabled. So as standard, I want my tokens to have vision. I also want dynamic lighting to be on a table. I want as standard my tokens to be dropped, update the lighting when it's dropped. I do not want to, as standard, set up night vision because not everybody will have dark vision. Not everybody will be giving off light. So those I leave as is. Save defaults. Reset the page just to make sure that things were saved. Let's scroll back up. Compendium settings. I have sourcebooks. I have bought stuff on the marketplace. I can then share them here with my group. Remove the compendium from that one so that I have a spare share slot, and then enable it here. I would also select which ones I want my group to be able to access. So if I'm doing purely Faerun, I would not allow them to have Humblewood, Guildmaster's Guide to Ravnica, or Eberron. The others would be fine because they are based. Oh, Acquisitions Incorporated. Perhaps I don't want them to have that either. Or, if I do, enable them. You can go back and change these settings anytime, anywhere, and it will update. It's not locked in forever. And then you save your compendium settings. They have been saved successfully. Keep on scrolling. Nope. Correct. Role queries. I prefer toggle Some people prefer query. Query is basically when you select a button, it'll pop up a little box. Do you want a public role, GM role, advantage, normal, disadvantage? I like the toggle. So I always enable mine to toggle. But again, they can be changed per sheet, so your players can go in and choose whichever one they prefer. But since the majority of the sheets will be sheets that I'm controlling, I always have the standard, the one I prefer, so I don't have to go through 100 NPC sheets and change them. Don't want to auto roll damage, again can be changed in game. I do want to have the dex tiebreaker to initiative, because then if there is a tie, I know which one was just a little bit faster. And it's easier than having 2 people or 3 people have the exact same turn at the exact same time. Just easier to control if you actually have 1-1-1, if you ask me. These can be enabled in the game, again, if they are needed. So I don't always have those set up as standard. Yeah, all these here, I keep them as they are. Encumbrance, if you want simple rules or variant rules, that is found on the player handbook page 176, then you change it there. Inventory, compendium compatible. That means it would be compatible with the compendiums that I have shared. Same as proficiencies in languages, features and traits. Ammo tracking, that would require an API script, and you can only have access to APIs if you have a pro account, so I'll be leaving those off for now, as that would be a later video to explain, hopefully. And you save your changes. All that is done. You are satisfied with your settings and your selections. You have saved it. Go back to your game, leave the page, and then you may launch a game and start setting everything up. As a quick guide to how I start a game. Toodles!